Welcome to Mike Ferry TV. It's Mike Ferry. It is the week after the Superstar Retreat in Las Vegas, Nevada. We had an incredible, great, huge group of excited brokers, managers, and agents attend. If you were there, thanks for being there. We appreciate it a lot. If you weren't able to be there, what I want to do over the next few weeks is share with you some of the highlights, some of the points. I know a lot of you, for whatever reason, couldn't attend. We understand that. But I also don't want to restrict you not having the material. On day one, we really did something which I found to be interesting for myself, if not for the audience. And that was addressing the topic of how do we take our business to the next level. Whatever that level is that you're operating at, how do we take it to the next level? You know, I have to tell you, the common questions that I receive as a speaker, trainer, and coach, and have for years. Mike, I did 5 deals my first year. Can I do 50 my second? Mike, I've been doing 15 deals a year for 5 years. How do I get to 25 or 30? Mike, can I go from 0 to 100 in a year or less? Transactions closed. Mike, I do 50 to 60. Can I get to 75 to 100? Well, these are normal questions, and I love the attitude and I love the questions because it tells me that a lot of you really do want to take your business to another level. So what I've been working on virtually for 6 or 8 months prior to the retreat is that particular question: how do I take my business to a higher level? So what I want to do to start is today I'm going to share with you a half a dozen of the points we discussed on day one at the retreat. We're going to look at 3 issues over the next several weeks. How do I get my business to the next level? What are all the methods that I can use for prospecting to get more listings? And then third, how do I perfect my listing skills? We're going to cover a wide range of ideas over the next several weeks. Again, to remind those that were there of what they have to do. And second, to help each of you that weren't able to be there get into the mindset of going to the next level. So here's the first thing I said to them on Tuesday morning. We have to understand that taking your business to the next level is more about mindset than probably anything else, backed up by good, strong, effective skills. If you fight this particular point, everything we do from this point forward is going to be a challenge. You see, if I'm doing 25 deals a year and I want to get to 50, there is a definite shift in how I think to make that happen. Why? Well, if you're doing 25 deals and you're making $10,000 per deal, you're making $125,000. If you start doing a lot more deals and you're adding $10,000 increments to your paychecks and all of a sudden you're at $250,000, that is a mindset excitement, opportunity, and challenge for most people. Just the thought of doing 1 deal a month and going to 2 is a big mindset shift in terms of how you manage your time, how you think about what you're going to do each day and what happens. If you're doing 4 deals a month and your goal is to go to 8, it's a bigger mindset shift than skill shift. But we have to remember is that it is a combination of strengthening the mind. Here's what I want to do, here's what I'm doing, and how do I fill the void or gap between the two to get to the next level. It's how I think, and it's what I say and what I do. So the first thing we talked about was the importance of the mindset shift backed up by the good, strong skills that are required. The second thing I said to them was you have to identify exactly what the next level is in terms of production, obviously, income, the work involved, and the work ethic that is involved. So let me ask you a question. Do you think the work ethic of a 100-deal-a-year producer is different than the work ethic of a person doing 10 deals a year? Now, I know you're going to smile and nod your head because you can't resist the fact that I'm right when I say that. Well, how about this? How about the work involved of a person doing 50 deals versus the work involved of a person doing 5? You can't help but smile and admit it's a different standard of work, okay? Obviously, production and income. So if I want to take my business to a next level, I have to sit down with a pencil and paper and say, first, here's what the next level is. I'm doing 20 deals. I want to, the next 12 months, close 30. So the first thing is I want to go from 20 to 30. What is the work that I'm going to be doing differently? What is the work ethic? And what is the income going to be that causes this to happen? Until I'm very clear and very specific on what these are, I can't make them happen. The third thing that I wrote down and talked to them about on day one, we have to identify as clearly as possible What are the 3 to 5 specific reasons as to why you want to take your business to a new level? I mean, really, what is it? Because what we have to do, guys and gals, we have to make the work connection, the mindset connection, to the emotional connection of making this happen. Because emotionally, you're going to be operating at a much higher level when you're doing 50 deals versus 25, or 15 versus 5. So what are the reasons why you want to make this happen? Sit down with yourself. Take a scratch pad and sit down with a pen and say, I want this to happen because I want a better life for my family. I want the recognition that goes with being a better producer. I want to grow and expand long term. In 5 years, I want to have a bigger past client base that feeds me more business so I don't have to prospect as hard as I have been in the past. Okay? I want to sit down and very specifically look at this is the reason why. Then we hit on 4 on day 1, which was a big thing. It really got the audience's attention. You remember that if you were there. Okay, we've talked about mindset in our first point, and we've talked about it in our second point, and we referred to it now in what we just said about specific reasons why. So point 4 was start working today on strengthening the mindset. I wish I could get inside that wonderful mind of yours and insert a couple of little chips that show you how to become better and stronger here, so when all the adversity of life gets in the way every single day as you build your business, that you could overcome that adversity. Because the truth is, you can overcome that adversity. So I gave them, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ways to build a stronger mindset. Are you ready? Let's write them down. Here's number 1 under point 4. Stop wasting your time and energy on things you can't control. Stop wasting your time and energy. You can't control what the other agent's going to do when they show property on your listing. You can't control it. Okay, you can't control what the mortgage company's going to do when they do a credit check on a potential buyer. In most cases, you can't control what the appraiser is going to say because they're going to appraise the property the way they want. Since there's many things we can't control, let's spend our time on those things we can control. I wrote down letter B. Stop comparing yourself to others. The most common thing I see at the retreat, and you saw this if you were there. You know, there's 4,000 people in the room, and the front 400 seats are many times filled with the most successful agents in the country. And it's very common, and we welcome this, the people to come up and shake hands and meet each other and talk. But what I hear all the time is, gosh, I want to be like that person. And I want to have that person's enthusiasm. And I'd love to have that person's style. Wait a minute. Here's what I wrote down. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Be the best you can be and get a little bit better every day. How do I get better mindset-wise? I emulate somebody that is good, but I make what they do part of me. I wrote down the third thought. Stop resisting the changes you have to make. If you want to go to the next level, there's a lot of changes you have to make in your mindset, your activities, what you say and what you do. Quit fighting it. I wrote down number 4. Quit worrying about what's fair and what isn't fair. Well, Mike, you have to understand where I came from. No, I don't. I want to know where you're going. I don't care where you came from. We all came from someplace. Let's decide where we're going to go. But it's not fair what I've been through. You don't understand my problem. Watch. Quit worrying about what's fair and what's not fair. Most things in life aren't fair. But we succeed in real estate because we're quit worrying about what not fair, what is not fair. I wrote down next, stop running away from risk. Being safe is complacent. Simple risks like stopping at a for sale by owner, picking up the phone and calling a challenging client where you're having a problem, knocking on the door of an expired listing. Well, Mike, what if they get angry? Sometimes they do. It's part of the game. I wrote down the letter F. Stop trying to please everybody. Some of you are very pleasing people. You want to be the Mother Teresa of real estate. It's a worthwhile goal, and it's very, very noble and valid. But you know what? I don't care how good we are. We can't please everybody. Everybody is going to resist some of what you say and what you do. Stop trying to please everybody if you want to strengthen your mindset. So I wrote down next, stop being emotional in business situations. Focus on the facts. Don't focus on your feelings. Stop being emotional. I mean, I have people walk up in seminars and they, you know, you said this and it brought tears to my eyes. Wait a minute. You can't go on a listing presentation and cry because the seller says something. Get the emotions out of the business and get into reality. I wrote letter 8, stop taking rejection personally. We've been talking about this on Mike Ferry TV for years. Stop taking rejection personally. And then I wrote down last, stop blaming people, places, and things for your lack of success. Guess what? You did the best you could. You gave it your best shot. Now, can you improve and do better? Of course. Can you give it a better shot? Yes. Can you get strong in your mindset and skills and going out and taking your business to the next level? Absolutely. Can it happen tomorrow? Probably not. Is it going to take time? Of course. But here's the good news, guys and gals. It is the 1st of August. August, September, October, November, December. We've got 5 months to work on taking our business to the next level, to improving our mindset and our skills. And we've only covered the first 4 points that I covered on day 1, and there's 62 points in this section. I am looking forward to seeing all of you go to the next level. I'm looking forward to hearing about your experience in going to the next level, and most importantly, coaching, training, and teaching you to get to the next level. And just as importantly, sharing more of these ideas with you next week. Have a great week.